Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel English Fluency Lab, where I help you improve your English and your communication skills. Friends, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about the difference between the three words across, along, and around. Now, these three words can be very confusing to some learners, especially to those people for whom English is not their second language. So let's jump straight in. And for that, I will have to move to the side. All right, let us start with the word across. Now, friends, across has got two meanings. There is a meaning with position and there is a second meaning with movement. Let us start with the first meaning. We can use the word across in two ways: to describe a position on the other side of something. Okay, let me repeat that: to describe a position on the other side of something. Position: the playground is across the street from the school. Now friends, look at this photograph. This is a street. On the one hand is the playground, and on the other side is the school. So the playground is across the street from the school, which means to describe a position on the other side of something. In this case, this something is the playground, right? And the school is on the other side of the playground. That means it is opposite to the playground, right? We could see a village across the river. Now let's take this particular photograph. Let's assume that this particular street is a river, and on the one side you have a village, and the other side you have some people watching the village. So they can say, we could see the village across the river. That means it was on the other side of the river. It was on the opposite side, right? So that is the first meaning of the word across, to describe a position on the other side of something. Let's understand the second meaning of the word across, which is with movement. To describe the action of moving from one side of an area to another, right? Let's understand this with an example. I drew a line across the page. Friends, if I take an A4 size paper and draw a line from one corner to another, that means I'm drawing a line across the page, right? Let's take a second example. He swam across the river. That means from one side of the river to another. In this photograph, you can see this is one side and that's the other side. So this person swam from one side of the river to another, which means he swam across the river, right? So that is the second meaning of the word across. You have one with position and you have one with movement. Let's go on and understand the meaning of the word along. The word along refers more to a line, 2 dimensions instead of 3. We walked along the railroad tracks. We walked across the railroad tracks. Now friends, let's look at this diagram. Along the railroad tracks means you're walking in a parallel direction. Okay, the rail track is parallel to you. You're walking on the side. Across the railroad tracks, well, we've already understood, you're walking on the opposite side. You're crossing the railroad, you're crossing the rail track and moving on to the opposite side. So along is moving, you're moving by the side. Across is moving, you're moving to the opposite side, right? There were guards stationed along the border of the country. Now the border of the country is a long stretch, okay? There were tiny flowers along the edge of the plate, right? So I hope the meaning of the word along is clear to you. We've understood across, we've understood along. Now let us understand the meaning of the word around. Now friends, around can have two meanings. Let's understand both of them, right? Something positioned in a circle around a central object. That's the first meaning. Something positioned in a circle around a central object. A crowd gathered around a street performer. Now look at this photograph. There is a street performer and there are people gathered around him in a circle. They are watching the performance, right? So you can say a crowd gathered around the street performer. Second meaning is going to various places in an area with no particular direction, right? For example, we walked around the mall for an hour, but we didn't buy anything, right? So we walked in the mall. The mall is a large place. So we walked around the mall, but we didn't buy anything, right? Which means going to various places in an area with no particular direction. All right. So friends, I hope that you've understood the meaning of the word across, along, and around. So friends, if you have liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please do subscribe to my channel, and please do press the bell, because I keep coming up with such videos to help you improve your English language and your communication skills. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.